So I would compare myself to their success. And they always say comparison is the thief of joy. So, and I tell my wife this too. Like she would like to compare, and I was like, comparison is the thief of joy. It's easy to get up in the rat race and the comparison of who's doing better, who's more successful, or whatever. Who's living their life a certain way. It's always easy to get caught up in that. And one of the things you really got to do when you get caught up in that is like sit back and be like, all right, this is my chapter. That is their chapter. So I'm not going to compare our chapters. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit and compare our chapters. And when you talk about failures, also, people will only show you the wins. They're not going to show you the losses. So you never know how many people and how many losses these people go through while they're posting their wins and their successes at the end of the day. So, like, if you actually have a one-on-one conversation, that's what I really want to do with the podcast. Have one-on-one conversation, start on and finish it with successful people, and we're gonna talk about how they started it and they owned it and they finished it, and we're gonna go through the highs and the lows. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, there are no perfect people, there are no perfect businesses, there's no perfect roadmap to success. You hit bumps in the road, you have hiccups, you have all types of things. Hell, when I did my podcast about Elon Musk, the dude almost died. You see what I'm saying? So he almost died early in his life. So, and I mean, if you look at him, whatever, he's very successful now, the richest man on earth. But even him, he had a lot of hiccups. Tom Bilyeu, guy that I follow, he owned Quest Nutrition and stuff like that. He had a lot of hiccups. Another podcast that I listened to, Entrepreneurs on Fire and How I Built This. Those are two podcasts that I definitely listen to about business and business owners and entrepreneurs who share their story and the highs and the lows. Nobody better than the next person. It's just who persevered the most and strategized the best. So yeah, and then like another thing that affects the fear of failure, psychological barriers. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like I just said, like there's this thing called perfectionism, and perfectionism is an idea that anything less than perfect is unacceptable. So like me doing this video here, like my volume has to be a certain level before I post it, or the lighting has to be a certain way before I post it, or if it's not, I'm not going to post it. This mic has to be angled a certain way, or I'm not going to post the video. It's perfectionism, and then also fear of judgment too. So if you got fear of judgment, worrying about others, what others think if we fail, who cares? If a motherfucker, and I'm gonna say that loosely, is hyped up about your failures, then you shouldn't give a damn about them being a part of your wins. If a motherfucker is rooting on you to fail, fuck them. Life is too short to worry about somebody worrying about you to fail. Fuck them. One person wanting you to fail, you got 100 people wanting you to win. Fuck that. Fuck them. That's just how I see it. And low self-worth. Like when we do this stuff, we're so ingrained with failure and equaling personal value